The Stargate project has everybody up in arms. Well, maybe not El Diablos, but it does have a lot of people up in arms because this was like, what in the world? So Trump had a press conference. He's there. He's got Sam Altman, this Ellison guy from Oracle, and what's this other guy? Masayoshi's son, the guy that needed the little step stool. So he brings these guys out and he's talking about they're going to make this big old AI database center or AI center, whatever, humongous in Texas, and they're going to put in all this money. And then Ellison from Oracle comes on up. He's talking about this miracle thing with the AI and an mRNA vaccine that's going to go find your cancer and pluck it out of your bloodstream and then develop some custom cure for you and everyone else. Now, so everybody's flipping their lids. And I wonder, do we really need to flip our lids? I mean, I'm not interested in any of this BS. Take me back to the 1950s. But here we are. So that's what we're going to look into today. So this is what we're looking into, this whole press conference. We've got these three tech guys on the side. We'll talk about them. We'll look into them too. I've already looked into Ellison, I think, partially in a video in the Moth Manor. The video is called High Tech Dirty Birds, if you want to go look into that. Also goes into Bill Gates. So kind of already got an idea on him, but when I was doing my research, trying to put the bits and pieces together for this, it looks like he might be involved in some other shady things. So, let's look into, first, we're going to do Major Arcana deck. And yes, I'm all stuffed up. We've had the worst winds. The winds have been blowing constantly. I don't hear any now. Praise God. Anyhow, so yeah, I'm all stuffed up because of winds and whatever else they put in our... Never mind, I'm not going to harp on about it. Okay, let's get into all alleged for entertainment purposes only, not facts. Psychic downloads, snarky opinions. One last, what's this whole thing about? Center of it all. The sun exposure. Okay. So, let's get our panties and our drawers unwadded for a moment. Doesn't mean rest on your laurels and just trust the powers that be that are the whatevers. This is about exposure. Okay. There's a lot of information, obviously. Information, knowledge is probably one of the most valuable things to people in the world. Because, you look at El Jefe, Mr. Epstein, and, what was he doing? He's collecting information, evidence, things on people that can be used against him, right? The AI collects our information and things and whatnot. You probably go in that Sphere in Vegas and they got cameras and microphones and taking pictures of you and recording your voice. It could probably clone you. Who knows? But information's like mucho, mucho valuable, right? This is the big thing here. It's about the information and how all of this is collected and how this is used and how the future ideas of this is to be used. And this is bringing it out into this light. All right, future. Okay, this is about trying to bring things back into balance so we don't have it going one way or the other. I mean, I think some of us would be like, we don't need any of this AI crap. Okay. At the same point, the rest of the world's using it, and you don't want to be like, some person who lives in a cave and you're like having no idea. You need to have, if everybody's using it, you got to be on board to be aware of what's going on, right? Otherwise, you do not win in the world, right? You can be anti-AI. I'm not like saying you can't, but this is bigger than just whatever these cretins are proposing. Okay. Overriding concern. We're at a precipice of change. Change that we have never really seen before. Not to say that behind the scenes, the governments, the militaries, the whoever's, the powers over there, that they haven't. But this is now rolling out to front facing to us. We're at this precipice. This information has to get out. This has to be a conversation that has to be had. This can't be just back there where, demons use it. Okay. Underneath it all, we've got to turn this around. So that would tell me, even though to us, it's seemingly like AI is just a newfangled thing in recent memory, unless we're going to Mandela effect that later. Anyhow, it's a recent type thing in our people, us, normal folks' life. This has been going on behind the scenes long time. And with that, there's been some shady shit going on behind the scenes, more than we're aware of what they've been doing. And this is a time that we have to roll it out of the bed and wake it up for the world. But we also are waking up with it of like everybody seeing what's exposed, what was under the covers. Fear. Interesting. Those three dudes, Altman, Sun, Ellison. This is a fear about exposure. This is, okay, so lest anybody here wanted to shit all over this and be like,
damn it, what the fuck's Trump doing? Son of a bitch, we don't want those vaccines, god damn it.
please express yourself because it's important. Nobody should be quiet about this shit because we don't want any of the crap. I didn't take the first thing, I don't want the second thing, I don't want any of your things. Fucking just let me die and rot as a normal person does when they get to be old. Anyhow, this is exposure. This is these people getting exposed. That's we're pulling out the story. Hello, everybody, come on down. Come see what's going around. Hey, you probably didn't know about this. Okay. Driving ambition, desire. He who holds a key holds a power. There's a lot of money at stake here. There's a lot of power at stake here. This is about wrangling the control away from these, we'll call them cretins, eyes wide shut, whatever, away. That this has to be something that is not kept behind the, kept in the back room, locked up behind a hidden bookcase. It has to come out because this is something that could be used against us, obviously. All right, we're on main obstacle. Eyes wide shut. There's a lot of other secrets behind the scenes that we're not aware of what's going on in terms of what this technology can do, has done, will do. All right. And the obsession moving forward, making this fair, giving this. So this is not like just meant for the powerful people. It's not just meant for the demons. It's not just meant for the whoever's. And it's not just used willy-nilly doing whatever the hell they want like they've always done. This is about bringing us to the table and having a say in this. Okay. Oh my God, how dare you? I know. It's not as nefarious as it looks in that way. Trump's not trying to kill us all. Okay. Wouldn't that be weird? I don't know. Everybody gets their panties in a bunch so quick. So, let's see. What is the Stargate project? Why are we using that name? What's the point of using that name? There's a lot of rumors and things about what that name means. Let's see what we get. It's a battle for a Stargate. Whatever the hell a Stargate is. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know what a Stargate is. I don't know what any of these things are. So, this is a battle for control of a Stargate. Oh. Oh. Oh my. Now this starts to tie into another conspiracy. This starts to tie into another conspiracy about the blood, the chrome, you know. Battling for control. This is exposure. This is battling for control of shady business. All the things that we've been talking about Eyes Wide Shut doing, this is for like battle for control, to like wrangle this shit out of their hands. This is like a big part of taking Eyes Wide Shut out of business. I know. Tinfoil hat me. This is beginning. This is beginning of exposure, man. It is for sure. Battle of exposure. So we have a battle here. Here's the strength card. This is the Knight of Cups. This, often, we've seen this in the readings about the celebrities involved in Eyes Wide Shut. And we've also seen the strength card. This is weighing the options here. The Stargate project is not like whatever the fuck they're saying here. It's about weighing the options of how we're bringing this forward. And this seems to be killing multiple birds with one stone. Okay? We have, this is the King of Swords. This is about legal, politicians, lawyers, legal documents, rules, regulations, things like that. The Page of Pentacles, like this is our, like we're peeling back the covers. Hey, look what's under your bed, or what's in your bed. Hey, you didn't know. This is what's here. Now, we're making our steps. We're going to start looking, and we're going to start looking into the future, moving forward. This is about exposure. So Stargate is exposing, if you want to say exposing stars or celebrities or bigwigs or people at the top of their field, it's like Watergate, Stargate. It's exposure. It is exposure. I'm going to see if I can fix this. It's exposure. All right. Let's get into other things related to these dudes. Now. Ellison's company Oracle, which originally started by the CIA, supposedly, don't know, allegedly, still continues to do business with them. Now is supposedly a part of the project. And everybody's saying that AI surveillance technologies will be integrated into the government and weaponized against us. I think that was a goal. Doesn't look like it so far. We're 2 spreads in, but it doesn't look like it. But I am curious about, was Oracle originally a 3-letter agency's creation? And I can't remember if we got into that in the high-tech dirty birds episode. I can't remember. But let's look again. Because this would tie in, kind of, not tie in, but mimic, be reminiscent of Zuckerfuck starting Facebook, after they had FaceLog or whatever it was that closed down on the same day magically starts Facebook. LifeLog, not LifeLog. I don't know, maybe. Yeah. Very similar to that. So I'm going to say yes, my opinion, allegedly. This was a thing that whatever they, the 3-letter agency started it, it's getting like too many eyeballs. And you can only do certain things, even though the guardrails of shit that you can do in these projects is vast. But then there's certain rules that kind of cock block them, or if too many eyeballs wake up and start looking at them. So then it's like, well, we got to shove it off to somebody. Shoved it off here over to Mr. Larry. Yeah, it's almost like they didn't want to. It was like, damn it, that's not under our full control. Now we got to bring in his guy. Okay. It was not their dream to do this. But however, they got him by the short and curlies. There's El Diablo. They got him by the short and curlies, so he's just a player of Eyes Wide Shut. He's one of their little puppets, so I'm going with true. All right, where's my next one? Now this was very interesting. I didn't know about this. Ellison apparently owns Hyatt Regency Lake Tahoe Resort. Looks beautiful, doesn't it? And this was a post, I don't know when, recent. This is sort of recent. At this time, we can confirm the resort is resuming plans for a multi-phased renovation to enhance the guest experience. Every time you say that, you know it's BS. That's like when Disneyland, shuts down a ride or something, and it's like, we're cleaning up puke, but we're enhancing your guest experience. Anyhow. The first phase of enhancements is expected to begin in early March 2025 and continue through May 2027. During this time, the south parcel of the resort, including the cottage amenities, access to Lake Tahoe, the beach, the pier, and the lakeside restaurants, will not be available. The north parcel of the resort, including the main guest room tower, resort pool, still water spa, fitness facilities, Grand Lodge Casino, Tahoe Adventures programming, and dining venues, Cutthroat Saloon, Osteria Sierra, Tahoe To Go, and Tahoe Provisions will remain fully operational and continue business as usual. We remain dedicated to providing exceptional blah, blah, blah. Okay, this story, kind of came out of the blue because there's all these brides and grooms who were planning on getting married. And then out of the blue, we've got to close it down for renovations. I mean, something smells because, let's think about here logically. I've got a hotel. I'm going to book weddings for the summer season because that's my main money maker. And why would I book weddings if I knew my hotel was going to be closed? That doesn't make any sense. So yeah, something's up. So beginning in March 2025 through May 2027, something's going on over here. Now, there's all sorts of rumors about this place, and maybe they're true, maybe they're not. Let's just look into it first. Why is the Hyatt Regency Lake Tahoe Resort and Spa and Casino abruptly shutting down part of their property? This was not by their choice. No. This was not by their choice. Shut it down. This feels very much like a... Why does he keep coming back in my mind? Mr. Jeffrey. El Jefe Jeffrey. Mr. Guy of islands and weird parcels of land in New Mexico, Epstein. This is coming back around like... By federal order of whatever, we're shutting you down. This is not their choice. This is related to Eyes Wide Shut activities. Shut down because Eyes Wide Shut activities have been going on related to in this beautiful looking resort I've never seen. For people who live in California, sometimes they're like, oh, I'm going to go up to Lake Tahoe. I think I've been once. Okay. All right, let's see what else we can find out. Mildred Payne's going to come on down, give us the 411. Nope. Come back in to the fold. Oh, well, we're not going to get to that card anyway, but we'll have the scourge there. This is like deep Eyes Wide Shut shit. This is like muertos going on. This is you know, sacrifices were made. Evidence was getting covered up and taken down or hidden or destroyed or whatever. This is a preservation of a crime scene. These have been activities that have been, this is so much like Jeffrey. There's cameras, there's film, there's video, there's photos, this is tied. This is tied. This is tied. This is the moving of people around, you know the word. This, well, oh. Okay, this is whatever we've talked about in the past about what Eyes Wide Shut, these demons do underneath and with their tunnels and with their activities they do. Put all the activities in there. This is just another one of those outposts, I guess we'll say. Bunkers. This is like tied to it. So it looks all beautiful when you look at it. Like, oh my gosh, down below, terrible things. And I don't know why Reno keeps popping up. Reno. I don't know Reno. I mean, I know Reno. Because I'm thinking, oh, here's what popped up. Here's how my things come to me. Was it not Calneva? I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. Reno. And that's where the Rat Pack and Maryland and all of them would go. I don't even know if it's possible that this is connected to it. Like underneath. But it's something like that. And you know what happened over there. There's mobsters and all sorts of gambling and God only knows what other stuff. So this is a part of their operations. Okay. There's so much more underground than we were knowing. So this is like a clean out exposure. We're seizing information. Getting rid of the scourge. Or we're scourging the shit out. Okay. However that word's supposed to be used. Don't at me. I went to school in California. Anyhow. Let's go over to, what's his name? This guy. Masayoshi-san. Mr. I had to use the step stool. No shame. I had to buy a step stool so I could get the clothes out of my washer. True story. Otherwise, I couldn't reach the stuff. I tried one of those grabber sticks. Not very easy to use when you're trying to pick up a pair of jeans, just saying. So yeah, but this guy, Masayoshi, probably has someone who gets his laundry done for him. He probably doesn't even have clothes that need to be washed. Probably everything's dry cleaned. Anyhow, here's the scuttlebutt. You can sort of see it over here on the right. SoftBank is partially owned by Alibaba, Wuhan purveyors of the you-know-what, and the other stuff here along the Silk Road. If you can't read that whole thing, let me see if I can make that a little bit bigger. There you go. So supposedly that's what's going on there. Allegedly, I don't know. Let's look into SoftBank. What a weird name. Like SoftBank. Is it like a squishy bank? Like, I don't know. How they come up with some of these words. I'm sure if we go back through it, there's something for it. I don't know. Or it could just be weird. SoftBank. What can we know about this? Oh, God. Allegedly, for entertainment purposes only. This is not a good thing here either. This is, there's lots of wands. You know what I mean. Weens. There's lots of weens, wands, all of these things. Oh, and there's the blood. Oh, geez. I'm going to go with allegedly true for $200, Alex. I'm not even going to go any further. Conspiracy. Let's get to this one. Now, in the Manor, there's a reading on the OpenAI guy who supposedly took his own life. He didn't. Okay. Let's look into this guy, because there's also Sam Altman with OpenAI. Like, people don't like this dude. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes I just look at people and I'm like, I don't like him either. His entire former OpenAI senior leadership left him. They refused to work for him. He was abruptly fired from OpenAI in 2023. The sister's suing him and alleging that he did some essay to her in childhood. And then there's the connection to the story for the whistleblower, the OpenAI whistleblower. I think they've tried to discredit the sister, as they always do. Oh, she's got mental illness or whatever. Yeah. And she's always been telling all these stories. Anyhow, let's look into this guy, because there's a whole lot of stuff about him that maybe he's even evil, more evil than we know. You know, he and Ellison, I believe, maybe not together. Maybe, I think they both have talked about, you know, using AI for surveillance and, you know, getting all the shit. You know, all the shit we don't want. So, let's see what this guy's up to. What's his character, Mr. Altman, up to? Oh, is he going to be first to go down? Oh, no. Reminds me of a diddler. Ooh, his world is coming crashing down. This is no bueno for him either. Womp womp. There's more here too, though. There's the things about the niños and the niñas and diddler type activities, and there's a little bit here of some, it's like MK Ultra, kinda, but I think he's already got some, this I know sounds tinfoil hat, but it's, I feel like he's already got humans with chips, or wherever they stick them, chips in them, doing his bidding, like little, like, I want to say like a police force, but it's a criminal force. Like, that's a force of his with these like bots that are doing things on his behalf. I know someone's gonna lock me up in their loony bin. I got no words. It's the weirdest thing. And the blood. They always got the fucking blood. They always got the fucking blood. Okay, so now here, this kind of ties back into shit they've been working on for a long time, behind the scenes. We didn't even know about. That stuff's been, there's the blood again. That's been going on a long time. So this is like, homie ain't gonna go well for homie. He's bump, bump. All right. This is bunch of, okay. Let's get a different deck out. What's the future? Other way. What's the future for AI? Like, what do we need to know in terms of danger from eyes wide shut? Like, what are those dangers? Like, okay, these three allegedly get exposed. Say they're going to get exposed. Then there's going to be 3 more, 9 more, 12 more coming down the pike. What do we need to be aware of? What's coming down the road? Excuse me, little Labradorite. Okay, I know. Some of the people who want to think I just live in some fairy tale castle because I'm just so, I don't know, glass half full. I'm so positive about everything. Can you imagine some people think like that I'm just I don't know. I don't even know. Mary Poppins over here? Yeah, anyhow. this looks like in the future there is some type of regulations, guardrails, fucking things to corral demons from getting too out of control coming up soon. However, that does not stop people from worrying. And there will always be people who are worrying. And you can always bet that the devil's here working behind the scenes. However, there seems to be I don't know what there seems to be some reverse. That's not even reverse. It's like eye for an eye, looking at each other. Like when El Diablo's, the Eyes Wide Shut gang's trying to get in there, and they're trying to re-engineer something. Like, oh yeah, this is not that at all. Wink, wink. Yeah, this is something else. There's almost like a watchdog type mechanism installed where it makes it harder for them to get by something. So I don't know what that means. I'm not a tech genius over here, obviously. But there is something that's coming down the pike that then, like, kind of puts the guardrails on it for shit getting out of control into a terrible way. So in general, moving away from the cliff of AI in terms of danger, there's a guardrail. There's some type of mechanism. I'm not going to repeat myself. And of course, this looks like one of those battlefields where the battle continues on. It doesn't just end, right? Like none of the demon battles ever end because the demons can't stop, won't stop because demons are going to demon. But there's things in there to try to corral the fuckers into a zone. So stay tuned. But this whole thing where everybody's up in arms and having a fit, I don't think it's quite what we thought it was. Or at least some people. I don't know. I didn't really know what to think. But that's what I got for you today. I guess this will probably be an ongoing conversation. I'm assuming it will be. But you tell me what